Or it did, maybe. Haha. I think it might have. Yeah, here's a situation that is a thing. Apparently, Streamlabs likes to forget links of streaming servers. And, I mean, the fact that Streamlabs forgets stream keys all the time should be well known at this point. Anywhomstuff, welcome to Shadowrun Dragonfall! We've been through Shadowrun Returns, now we are playing Shadowrun Dragonfall, and I do of course already have a character prepared. Well, not really, we're gonna build the character, but this time, as opposed to last time, I actually have a backstory for the character that we're gonna be playing. That is, it's a male elf physical adept. Yes, we are going there. First, we're gonna look how this guy is supposed to, you know, the face type situation. And then I will go into, oh look, that's Andy. Then I will go into the backstory that I have already pre-planned, because remember last time with Steel, our dwarf, the backstory was not at all pre-planned. It kind of this kind of fits with the character that I'm going for. This is like too Asiatic, I feel like. This is a bit too French. This is a bit too dead. Though, you know, strictly speaking, that wouldn't... It's not dead, but, you know. I think I'm gonna go with the blonde one. Because it just... I feel like it fits the character very well, the look. So, a character is a dude called Damien Hoffman. But he's better known as Flaschenbeißer, and I'm gonna write that name down later. And he is the character I've played through Dragonfall before. And the main character comes from the Rhine-Ruhr Megaplex. So this is, I mean, that's hinted at and not really explained, but that's where the character comes from by the player character. So I decided this is now my character, right? He's from Felbert in the Rhine-Ruhr Megaplex. And basically his dad was like an anti-corporate, an anti-Shadowrunner intelligence dude that worked for Zeta. He was like the classic corporate drone. And because he was really under a lot of pressure at the company, he was highly abusive toward his family, right? His mum became an alcoholic and you know, took pills, and eventually when the guy was 16, when Flaschenbeißer was 16, she died because her body couldn't take it anymore. And so her father, after a couple of months, eventually began abusing his little sister. And you have to, this is not like an abuse situation, like a poor people abuse situation. Like, this family was a family that had money, right? The mother didn't even go to work because the father wanted this very traditional family that he had in mind, and he worked incredibly hard to make a lot of money so he could finance that. So he was a high-ranking corporate director. Yeah, he eventually started abusing the sister, and the sister, after a year of that, killed herself. And Flaschenbeißer went. He felt very guilty about that because he felt that he should have done something, which he didn't all this time because he was terrified of his father. And so what he did instead was he fled, right? He fled south to the Cologne area of the Megaplex. Oh, what's going on here? Signar is now following. Thank you for the follow, Signar. He moved to the Cologne area of the Megaplex, where he began training. He had a magical ability that was determined very early on in his childhood, but his father always suppressed that because that would have made him not the most powerful person in the house potentially, because the father was not awakened at all. He was an elf, but he wasn't awakened. And well, what was I saying? Fuck. Yeah, he moved to Cologne. He entered the dojo of a dude called Thomas Rabinski. He was the sensei. He had a very, not very Far East inspired, but very German, very martialist type of fighting. With like the key adept shit. And instead of just cleaning the dojo as a job, he eventually also took up Shadowrunning. And it was through that he met, I think it's Monica in this game that you meet. I think her name is Monica. And, you know, they had a brief love affair, and she's a neo-anarchist, and he became very infatuated not just with her, but also with her ideology. And though the relationship didn't last very long, the ideas that he adopted from it, they did. Like, he became a neo-anarchist, and he always idolized Berlin, and he hates corporations, especially Zeta Corp, for obvious reasons. As he perceives it, you know, not just that it made his father do what he did, because it didn't really. It's like they are a representation of his father, archetypally. And, yeah, and eventually he was in like an underground fighting ring, and he accidentally killed his opponent, which is something that happens. Problem is, that opponent was a rich kid, who was just slumming with a very wealthy dad. And so he had to flee to Berlin, because, you know, if you're doing it, why not flee to the place you have been idolizing? Hello, Cyber Dingus. And yeah, we're gonna go into the stats. Now, spend your karma. Yeah, I know how karma works. So, willpower is something they need, yeah, willpower reduces, it helps us with our damage, and it helps us not get hit, but you also should put points in body. I am certain of that. Willpower, what is this? This gives us, like, extra speed, right? Maybe we should get, like, basic spellcasting shit, too. Because I think we can learn spellcasting even if we're not part of that particular class. I found out much later that this is actually, the class system here is much more fluid than I thought it was. Let's buy this then. And we still have 2 karma. And should we get... maybe... Because, like, a strength... Does the strength increase with actually dodge? Yes, dodge is excellent. We should get dodge. Dodge is always a good idea when we're on the front lines. Probably out of cover, unarmed. I'm tempted to ask how tight is this boy pussy, but I won't. Yeah, don't. This is not a boy pussy situation. Oh! Yeah, the etiquette. Jesus, I should probably... I mean, he would have socialite etiquette, but not very much of it. Also, like, should we go for street etiquette, or should we go for Shadowrunner etiquette? Because he's been doing Shadowrunning for a while, but mostly he's a neo-anarchist, right? And I'm not doing this on a, don't tell me do Shadowrun because that is the thing that will give you the best stats. Because that's not how I'm building this character. Hello, just that, Luca. So, Cyberdingus is saying Shadowrun. I'm actually tempted to go street, more than Shadowrun right now. Because it makes more sense. But then he's not really a ganger, is he? Yeah, I think Shadowrun is actually more flavorful. And yes, this is, Flaschenbeißer. The thing is, he, like his mother, is an alcoholic. Flaschenbeißer means one who bites bottles. That's like his nickname. This has nothing to do with reason, Dingus. Confirm. The Half-Felled Manor Run. Life was good, easy jobs, regular pay, a reliable crew, but things went south and you had to drop off the grid. Put a bullet in the past and start fresh somewhere new. This is when we killed him. You know. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin, the Flux State. A grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the great dragon Lofia only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. The perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. And as luck would have it, home to your old partner in crime, Monika Schäfer. Yeah, her name is Monika, I remember. No, I'm probably not going to do a Planetside stream. That's not a... Like, I want to do story games here. It's your third run with Monika and her team. An old castle holdfast, 1 hour east of Berlin, perched on a hill overlooking the countryside. The job is a standard smash and grab. Crack a vault, grab the data, get out in one piece. A mediocre payday, but work is work. As the team gathers for Monica's pre-run briefing, you pause to take in your surroundings. Continue. Cheers, Teleno Zam. Heartfelt manner, yeah, whatever hour it is. Ooh, something happened in Streamlabs. Just that Luca is now following. Thank you for the follow, Luca. I very much appreciate it. I can always do with those. The estate grounds are silent, save for the faint whistling of the wind. Your team gathers near a side entrance to the old castle holdfast, cloaked in darkness. The night is peaceful. Is it, though? You know it won't last. Probably not. You know it for what it is, a pleasant illusion that will shatter at the sound of the first gunshot. Monica. Listen up, folks. No, this is Monica, the one with the moniker with the... Not the one with the metal arms, the other one. Monica Schaefer, you ran with her back in the day. Watched her get her first data jack. Now she's your team leader and a Dreck-hot decker to boot. We're on a tight timetable. I want to enter the estate, find the basement, open the data vault, extract the files, and bolt. 10 minutes, top to bottom. Dietrich. I think that neither of these two are actually elves, but their ears look elven. I'm trying to get home for, trying to get in time for Worm Talk. Trying to get home in time for Worm Talk, love. He's totally German. I don't know why they wrote him to have a British accent. Dietrich Scharman, the old man of the team. He smiles at her, his facial tattoos writhing in the moonlight. That would have been like a cool thing if like his portrait was like animated, like a GIF. The dude is a neo-anarchist. He needs that violet. It's not really violet. That's more like fuchsia. No, not fuchsia. That's a bit. It's like a soft lavender streak in the hair. Monica's eyes twinkle with mischief. Maybe. How many times have I told you, you can't trust anything that comes out of a dragon's mouth? That trash will rot your brain. Bah. She grins. It's educational. Besides, this should be a milk run. Security is supposed to be light. A few automatic weapons, no armor. With a little luck, they'll never know we were here. Yeah, you know what thing that is with milk runs is that there's no such thing. Lilac, that's a good argument. Not sure about lilac, though. I think lilac would be a bit darker, but I might just have the wrong color in mind. Are we gonna play him, like, as a pessimist, or are we gonna play him as, like, a jovial dude? Because he looks pretty emo, let's be honest. So, yeah, let's, in my experience, there's no such thing as a milk run. Let's have him be, like, pessimistic. Words of wisdom from our new edition. I agree with Flaschenbeißer. Glory. Razor-clawed street samurai. Her voice is cold and neutral. Her expression placid. They may only be private security, but their bullets don't know that. I can patch you up if I have to, but I'd rather not have to. Oh yeah, she's basically like also a field medic, right? So because then I'm gonna spec her into like ranged combat and field medicine because I will be taking over melee combat. Because I remember when last time I played this game I had her as the melee specialist. You people need to relax, we're professionals, remember? Monica raises her arm and speaks into a wrist-mounted comlink. A darkened face shimmers on the view screen. Iger, are you in position? The comlink crackles and the response comes back low and soft. Softer than you'd expect from a troll. Affirmative. I wish I could play this game in German, actually. The alarm lines have been cut, and I have a clear line of fire on the estate's service entrance. When you exit the building, the path will clear, because they are all speaking German. And I speak German also. Excellent, thank you, Iger. Just doing my job. Iger out. The comlink goes dark. Monica winks at you as she drops her arm. See, we're professionals. Alright, people, enough chatter. Our client wants the data from the vault. So we get him the data from the vault. Quick, quiet, and quick. You said quick twice. Worm talk is on tonight. Lol. Glory raises an eyebrow slightly. I told you, it's educational. Jesus, she really likes the dragon, man. Grab a weapon. Oh. Should we get, like, a machete? Because we can't... Can we use the machete with, like, special striking shit? Probably not, right? I don't remember that being the case. But, like, if we can get use a melee weapon for that, that would be pretty dope. Like, can we use our key abilities with melee weapons? Is that a thing? Can someone write that in the chat? Because if not, I'd take the... Oh, I just took the throwing knives. Grab the rest of my kits. Yep. Leave the van. I'm gonna just equip myself real quick. Now I have throwing knives, which, you know, they're pretty badass. Oh, that was not actually an item. That was just a thing. Is there something that, like, I'm just gonna... Okay. No, that's just throwing knives, man. Let's enter mana, shall we? There's probably some very valuable item the other way around. That's a cool looking bike, man. Let's open door. This is a really nice sort of German manor with the fleur-de-lis and shit. Inspect. A private museum. The owner of this estate must have money to burn. The complete skeleton of a theropod dinosaur. It appears to be genuine. A variety of remarkably well-preserved Slavic artifacts. Are they, though? Let's see. That's probably a 4-armed vase. I don't know about Slavic. And you see these flagons there that have, like, that close up at the top? I'm pretty sure those are not Slavic. But hey, we you know, not asking for archaeological accuracy here. The vase in this case looks both very old and very valuable. A fine scrollwork of lapis and gold leaf decorates its exterior, and the interior shimmers with the organic beauty of abalone shell. Your fixer could probably move this thing in a heartbeat. You can't help but notice that the glass encasing looks awfully flimsy. Yes, but I am a pessimist, so I'm gonna assume the worst possible situation. So maybe I'll come back for this thing later. The cask in this display case is decorated with inlaid panels of ivory scrimshaw. Yeah, my girlfriend actually did a presentation about scrimshaw not too long ago. That was pretty fascinating. Yeah, there's no Adidas clothes. That is a problem, yeah. Because, of course, the Gopnik are the quintessential Slavic culture. As everybody knows. This is like a nice fucking place, dude. What's down here? Open door. This door is locked, and it's also somewhat mechanical. Like, more high-tech. What the hell? Okay. I know how this works now. So... can I just, though, melee strike the guy? Ha. Boom. Shakalaka. Well, I'm probably gonna want to move Glory in first. Put a cap in his ass. Nice. Yeah, that was that, and that worked perfectly fine. But Monica, can you get it to the terminal and maybe deck something for me? Override Matrix Operations door lock. Nice. And there's probably a team responding now, which is not great, so I assume they're gonna come out of that door. Now we can go here. That's very good. I'm gonna move Dietrich over here. Exactly. That is 2 duders. And this is terrible. Why is this like this? This shouldn't be like this.